YouTube, what is happening? Hope we're all doing really well. Title says it all. This is going to be my point of view of where Battlefield 6 is currently at from a 9 to 5 perspective. So let's go back 4 months and we'll start from where the beta was. So actually, I think it was 5 months now. So beta launched in August and the hype train really got started then. Everyone was super hyped. Brand new Battlefield game. First one in 4 years, I believe it is, since 2042. I think 2042 officially launched in October of 2021, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but so don't quote me on that. But yeah, the hype train was real. And then EA's officially launched a game which saw Battlefield 6 take the reins as DICE's best-selling Battlefield game to date, with over 7 million copies sold within the first 3 days and 20 million copies sold by the close of 2025, which is absolutely huge when you consider where that first-person genre is sitting and has been sitting for the last sort of 2 to 4 years, which has been, dumpster fire after dumpster fire produced by yours truly. It is what it is. So here we are, 3 months into the launch of Battlefield 6, and the play count has dropped pretty dramatically. So my questions are pretty simple. What's gone wrong? And better yet, why? So it's a huge drop, and we get to look into it right now. So let's get yapping, grab your Pepsis, let's chill out. We've got around 8 minutes or less to work out why DICE or how DICE has dropped the ball. And considering Season 2 is coming out next week, how are they actually going to pick that ball back up and start playing again? Let's get into it. All right, so I've just jotted down some notes pretty much of what I've been collecting over the last week or so, preparing for this. So let's go over it. Gameplay and core combat. I think many of us players actually enjoy the core combat and the gameplay, especially the gunplay and the class mechanics. I do think we all enjoy it. I could be a little bit biased. I do enjoy it personally. I have enjoyed what they've brought to the table so far from that aspect. That has been one of the better things that have come from Battlefield 6. Some game modes are great. The core game modes are still there. They're always so much fun. Other game modes bring a little bit of spice to it. Like Squad Deathmatch is a different one that I've really enjoyed so far with my mates. But, those core game modes are always... it's the reason why you play Battlefield at the end of the day. That's one of the reasons why you play. RedSec brought something different to the table that that's a whole different video on its own. I can't tackle that in this video. That RedSec's just a different ball game completely, and we'll leave that one for another day. But ongoing updates and dev responsiveness has been a little bit quiet lately, in all fairness. It started off really strong when the game first launched, and heading into November it was great. Early December when Season 1 came out, and Season 1.5, the midway point, it did start off really great, but I feel like ever since the Christmas break and heading back into this new year, it's really dipped off. They were bringing out patch notes and stuff, which were continuously showing us what they were balancing, what they weren't balancing, sort of what things needed to be patched, what wasn't getting patched. So the constant communication was great, but I really do feel like it has dried up a little bit at the moment. Hopefully they can change that heading into next week / the week after when Season 2 does come out. In which case we still have no information on. So now I've just jotted down some notes where I think the game really needs to address these issues at the moment. And hopefully they will be addressed within the Season 2 update. And I'm not too sure with some of them if they will be, but, we'll raise them anyways. That's what we do. Progression, progression and challenges, they can be a bit broken at times. Like, I feel like for your class progression, for game modes, I feel like every time I have, or every third or fourth game that I load into, that I'm tracking one, it breaks, and then I have no idea what I'm up to during that game mode. It is so frustrating, it drives me insane, and then I have to wait till after it, back out to the menu, check what's going on, go back in, go from there. Can't stand it. Needs to be addressed. Drives me up a wall. Progression at the moment in general is just a grind, and I get that. You need to grind towards something in a game, because it's what keeps you in that game at the end of the day. But man, it turns into frustration instead of skill-based play, like straight up. And the battle pass, I feel like I'm just in it for a grind. As I've said, the title of the the video, I'm a 9 to 5. I still have not completed that battle pass. I'm still about 10 levels off completing it, I think. I have a week to do it. I don't even know if I will do it at this point. But, man, battle passes, I don't know who come up with this idea in our first-person genre setting, but it is a pain in the butt. That's been nice. That's been real nice. Server population here in Australia, down under, it's shocking. Like, some nights it'll be great. We'll get into games, rapid fire. We will then, they'll populate out with other humans, and it's fantastic. And then there are other nights where it doesn't populate out at all. You just get spoon-fed with a bunch of bots, and it's shit. It really is just shit. It's not fun. I'm sure in other areas of the world it's probably nowhere near as bad, but for us here in the land down under, and potentially New Zealand as well, our neighbours, it's not as fun when you're just constantly getting fed into bot lobbies when you're trying to verse, actual humans. So it does get quite frustrating. When you have a look at Reddit and stuff online as well, there are a lot of calls at the moment for more tactical, team-orientated maps. The maps are what make or break a Battlefield game. I would have thought they would have learnt this by now, and I can't help but feel that the pre-hype train, should I say, of finally getting another Battlefield game in a modern day setting took over the fact that there was only going to be 12 maps at launch, but little did we know that 7 or 8 of those 12 maps play so similar that really it's just a different skin or a different filter on the map. We really do need some bigger maps that can introduce some better vehicle play or some different sorts of play where we're not all just trying to anchor down that one point and funnel the enemy through that tunnel sort of thing. I'd love to see some remade maps, some remastered maps from, Battlefield 3 Metro or just some Battlefield 4 maps, even just to kind of get that feeling back. I think that those sort of maps would work really well with Battlefield 6. I just think it's a matter of, EA, DICE listening to the community, listening to us players again, and just so we can really, really force that point. One of the improvement ideas that I jotted down was, redesign objectives to be contextual with the actual map flow and gameplay. So we're not jumping through artificial hoops of, these just some random things that can happen. I just feel like the map design and layout is poor, and I think that we were all a bit oblivious to it for the first sort of 4 to 6 weeks. But now that the game's been out for a hot minute, we've worked that out. We have. So in my opinion, what needs to happen with Season 2, which is just those maps, as we just said, with more diversity, maybe add some Levolution to spice it up, add some more destruction to it, some more destruction elements. I feel like there's only one map in the whole game at the moment which has a crane that can be destroyed, and that's it. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I think they need to really consider vehicles that can encourage squad play, not just random kill streaks. Like the whole, I think it was Season 1 or the midway point in Season 1 where they introduced the minigun and the railgun to add into the maps. Like, all right, I can see what they were trying to get at, but, like, really, guys, I feel like we've been there, we've done that, it didn't work, and they've tried it again, and it hasn't worked again, so here we are. It's just like a merry-go-round at this point with that sort of thing. I really thought they might have left that be in the past, but apparently not. I want clearer event notifications as well. Like, I feel like this was brought up pre-beta, beta, launch, and here we are still 3 months into the game's launch, and we're still bringing it up. The moment you load into Battlefield 6's menu, it is just a cluster. You don't know, or for at least for me, this is just my opinion at the end of the day, and from what I am reading and seeing online in different forums and actual in-game chat as well. It's as soon as you load into that menu, it is just an absolute cluster. You don't know what to look at, where to go. I'm just searching for that custom search engine every time just so I can finally get into a game. And that settings tab is just wild. There's so many options, so much going on that my brain it can't process it. Serviceability and improvements. Like, I feel like we say this almost with every single one of EA's games. I won't list other ones, but it's just like, really? Like, yeah, serviceability is shocking watching it, but they've just got to address it. They've just got to try and tidy it up a bit. I'd love to also see some roadmaps with estimated timelines. None of this guessing. None of this, we're going to wait a week and a half before Season 2 launches and then we're going to info dump you. give me a roadmap so then I can look forward to what's coming out, so I can, make some content about what's coming out, so the community can be like, oh yeah, like we got 3 weeks until this map launches or that map launches or this gun comes out. Don't give us a week and a half. Like, give us a bit of a roadmap. Keep us posted with what's coming. That's just where we're at the moment. And this is all just from my 9 to 5 point of view, I wouldn't say I'm bored of the game at all, but I would say that the content is slowly starting to dry up given the hours that I have put into it so far. So for me, I think Season 2 isn't just going to be another patch. It's a moment DICE and EA either rebuild trust or they continue bleeding players to the competitors like Arc Raiders. And we won't go in detail with that one either, but it's safe to say that Arc Raiders has taken a lot of the player base from Battlefield 6 and they've retained them. The retention for that game at the moment is through the roof, and it's safe to say that Battlefield 6 has failed the key aspect of a launch, which is retention. So for me, Battlefield 6 still has massive potential, but right now it's sitting somewhere between good and frustrating. It's kind of like a mix between a yin and a yang, like they're there, but it's one slowly outweighing the other, and that's just where we're at the moment. Season 2 needs to be a turning point. It's simply put, it's either going to be a turning point or this train that we all thought DICE and EA were finally listening to the community, and it's gonna run out of steam. That trust train is slowly running out of steam, and I hate to say it, I don't want to say it, but that's just where we're at the moment. So, and breathe. So we made our video yesterday, we've gone to bed, we've woken up, we've gotten changed into a fresh t-shirt, we have walked the dog, we have our morning brewski on hand, and we jump on to find out that they have released some more information overnight about Battlefield 6 and the fresh Season 2 that is meant to be coming out next week. So we thought, so let's have a read up. This is post edit Juzzy coming in live, folks. So on their website, you can find all this information. I'll link it down below. But pretty much Battlefield 6 and RedSec Season 1 January update. They've pretty much put in a spiel. I'll do a bit of a read over, and we can go from there. So thank you to the Battlefield community for your feedback and support since the launch of Battlefield 6 and our all-new free-to-play destination built on Battlefield's iconic DNA, RedSec. Last year, our franchise received an unprecedented amount of support. Millions of players returned to Battlefield or joined us for the first time during the most successful launch in Battlefield history, as we've already touched on at the start of the video. That launch included a commitment in providing monthly content-rich updates for our players after delivering a packed Season 1 in 2025, including a surprise launch of RedSec, a battle on the home front of California Resistant, the year-ending festive winter content event, as well as deploying several patches we had into the new year, excited about what's next. During our ongoing development, we've continued to review community feedback, and in order to keep our promise, determined that our best path forward is to extend Season 1 and give ourselves extra time to polish and refine Season 2. That's not good news to me. That is also to me stating that the Season 2 is definitely not ready, and if they were to release it on time, it's going to be coming with a fair few bugs, and that's just my opinion on that immediately, especially the way that they've worded that. That's not a good sign. From there, they've pretty much stated we are also reinforcing Battlefield Labs as the public preview for the future game updates in late stages of development. Both the Season 1 extension and the use of Battlefield Labs will set the foundation for new and exciting content throughout our live seasons, including what will come in Season 2. So to me, that sounds like what's coming in Season 2 theoretically should currently be in testing at Battlefield Labs right now. So all the big content creators and so on, theoretically, or whoever's got access to Battlefield Labs, I personally don't. It's not in my region here in the land down under. But they should be experiencing what's coming in Season 2 as we speak. So yeah, look forward to seeing more details about Season 2 in February and a greater 2026 roadmap for Battlefield 6 and RedSec in the near future. Thank the Lord that we're going to get a roadmap, because that is one thing that we are heavily missing, in my opinion. Because if we're just going to go from seasonal update to seasonal update without a roadmap, I don't think that's going to be good news for Battlefield at all, personally, but that's just me. Season 1 update details. Prior to January 20th, Season 1 extension update, expect update notes about the exact fixes and stability improvements from our community team. This update notes post, as well as previous update notes post, can be found in the game update sections of our website. It's just a link to click there. The Season 1 extension will also have additional bonus path, a showcase of portable community experiences, and several double XP periods and free daily login rewards. Considering that I feel like we haven't had a double XP weekend post Christmas, I'm glad that they've got a fair few jammed in the lineup before Season 2. That might just be me, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a 9 to 5 worker, that I miss them. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. I still get my weekends free. I still do jump on the weekends, and I haven't seen one in a hot minute. Available from January 27th. Unlock new customization rewards, including weapon package and a soldier skin, as well as XP boosts by advancing through the tiers of Frostbite bonus path. So yeah, it's pretty much just a bonus path. Again, it's pretty much just going to be filler content. It's going to have your XPs, it's going to have your camos, it's probably going to have a couple of skins. It's going to be very much a rinse and repeat of what the battle pass has already done. It's just an additional tier to try and keep you intrigued. Yeah, interesting. I guess there's not much we can do. Then they've got a bit of a blurb on there about Valentine's Day, daily login rewards, and again, the double XP weekends. So I'll link the blog post down below if you guys want to actually go have a read up of yourself. I've tried to just do a bit of a read over for you, so then you don't have to do it. You can just listen to me yap. But yeah, so that's where we're at. We finally got a little bit of, a little bit of feedback, a little bit of an update in terms of where Season 2's at, in terms of what's happening next week with Season 1. So I guess any sort of update's better than no update, but it is typical that my post-edit juzzies had to come in and try and fix all this up. Lucky me, eh? Lucky me. But yeah. All right, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. It's been good fun making my first ever video. But yeah, drop a like, drop a comment if you want to see more action, and drop a sub too if you can. I think we're at 10 subs at the moment. Would love to start moving that up. Maybe we could set a goal, try and reach 20 subs by the end of Jan. We'll see what happens. So yeah, but let me know down in the comments what you're expecting from Season 2, and let me know what sort of stability improvements that you want to see before Season 2 even starts, considering that is almost a good month away still. It's actually almost over a month away by about 2 days. So yeah, thanks guys. Peace and love. No further filter out.